Father's dying. Like good old Bird told you, he's a clone, which weird, sure, but really it's a very simple process. And he's cloned himself a little army of geniuses, and he wasn't going to wait for them to grow up. So, with our good friend Science, your father went from born to 20 years old. That's why you're taking her blood?
Billy, please.
Stop! Stop! Just stop!
These are legit. Excuse me. More breadsticks. Finished. Well, he never mentioned me?
So you're like what? His twin?
Sort of. We're clones. Me and your dad were nothing like him. I mean, genetically, we're exactly like him. But everything else, totally different. I mean, he was a monster. He liked hurting people. I'm not your dad. I'm your uncle. Bert.
Stay the fuck away from us.
What?
Don't. We'll scream.
But... Girls, get behind me! Bert? Don't worry, everything's A-okay.
They always want y'all to think that stands for A-OK. That is not what it stands for. What's up, Kevin Hart? What you got? Let me get set. But what are those?
Where Kevin is having an interview. I should even show you a clip where the accident that happened when I think Kevin Hart actually died. But it's actually saying that these people are being cloned and they can't even rest in peace because we don't really know that they are dead. But you have people that are so ignorant to these things that, you know, they believe anything. But like I said, my motto, y'all keep up or get lost. But watch this clip and let me know what y'all think.
Every time I look on Twitter, there you are. Facebook, there you are. Television, there you are. How do you do? I have a clone. I was going to say that there's two of you. Cats out of the bag. Okay? It's about a good three of me. We broke it. They didn't want to release it yet. This is major news that I'm giving you. All right, I'm the first person to ever use it. I'm cloned. Okay. I'm able to do all that I do. All right. Movie coming out this weekend. What was it like working with The Rock? I have a clone. I have a clone. I have a clone. The explosion of the...
Actually, so y'all wait. Back with another video. And this is part 2 of Kevin Hart being a clone.
Check this out.
Believe that he died when the wreck happened. Like I stated in part 1. But let's get some more evidence. Let's hear a statement that Kevin Hart made when he, recovered after, the accident. And we're also going to hear a phone call that his wife made at the time of the accident. But like I said in my motto, keep up or get lost. Let me know what y'all think.
It was just before 1 a.m. in Malibu, California. The Blue Barracuda crashed about 10 feet off the road and into a ditch, leaving both men with major back injuries and landing Hart in the operating room for spinal surgery. He recently opened up about the aftermath of that crash in an interview with Men's Health, explaining that his recovery process has led him to do better and prioritize his family even more, which his wife, Anika Parrish, is happy about. She tells Men's Health, quote, there were times where he was here, but not really here. Not to say he wasn't a family man before, but he's expressed that the accident made him make up for some of the time missed because of work. Meanwhile, Hart went on to add, I'm not trying to get back to where I was before. I want to do better than before. It's a resurrection. That's the best way for me to put it. I feel like the other version of myself died in that moment, and this new version was born to understand and to do better. I'm glad this is coming now. I'm getting older. I'm 40. This is when I was supposed to start realizing this. That was his. Pay attention.
Humans?
I don't know. I'm not aware of any cloning of humans that has actually taken place, but if you say, is it possible to clone
Yeah,
humans?
it's very possible, right?
Scientists confirm that they can take a few cells from your skin and make an exact replica of you if the law permits. But the exact same process is mentioned in the oldest Vedic text called Rig Veda.
That wasn't Taylor Swift. That was Zeno Levy.
star, rapper, dancer, and actress. She's like really well known. Going absolutely viral.
It is feeding us.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm glad you asked. We are eating ourselves.
Wow.
Let me say that again.
Wow.
We are eating human. We are eating ourselves. And this is why I say what I say. The more I eat it, the way that I feel, there's no amount of plants in any building across the world
Why,
that
right?
can
So like
produce
this is her explanation is to like why would you ever say that?
as much as meat as we eat. But guess what they are producing every day? Dead niggas.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, shit.
There's nothing growing that fast to be able to feed Wendy's, McDonald's, Popeyes, JJ's, Sharks, this fine dining restaurant, that fine dining restaurant. You tell me what's growing that fast and what's moving that fast besides people dying.
Oh, man.
All right, so it's sort of
man.
like that Soylent Green movie. Is that the wildest thing that you've ever heard of? Okay, now listen to this one. So that is at the fast food restaurants, right? Check out what else is at the fast food restaurants.
No, I'm going to pretend that I didn't read this just now. Sweet 12-year-old Jasmine, she goes into 5 different fast food restaurants with her little cup. She fills it up with ice and she puts it in a sterile beaker. And then she goes into those same 5 restaurants and goes into the bathroom and fills her cup up with the toilet water. I was going to say the dirty toilet water, but come to find that toilet water is cleaner than the ice water. 70% of the time, the ice at the fast food restaurant is dirtier, has more bacteria than the toilet waters.
Getting your meat at your fast food restaurant, right? Now you have your beverage. Pick your choice. The soda that you choose, if it has raspberry, strawberry, or vanilla flavoring in it, the flavoring came from the gland of a beaver's anus. And then on top of that, the tap water, there's fluoride in that. As you know, Hitler put fluoride in the water at the Nazi concentration camps to dumb the people down to make them easier to control. And then after World War II, they brought that over to the US, and that's why we have fluoride in our water. If you guys saw the movie Westworld, my friend, former Hollywood producer, says that this is his theory of what's literally happening. So they have in this movie people that are like clones. And in the movie, these elitists have this world of people, sort of like the ice ring theory, right? Where all the people are in this one area surrounded by a ring of ice and you can't escape it. The elitists can go into this world and shoot whoever they want. And then the ones that die, they have a lab and they just reclone them. And then they can respawn them and drop them back into the game, sort of like a real life video game, an elitist playground that we're all in. So when then you hear from the celebrities that apparently some of them are being cloned.
Do you feel like cloning humans is close and that's coming? Do you feel like we'll have the ability to clone a
Cloning has already started.
It has already started?
Back in the day, it used to cost $50,000. Who knows how much it costs now? If you ever notice a rapper first, everything's fine. Then something goes wrong. They get out of line. They end up in jail. They come back looking totally different. And it's up to us if we're gonna let them play in our face or if we're gonna go, that ain't him. And then speaking.
So like either a mental facility or a jail they'll frequently go to. And then right when they come back out, they're acting very different. And this is like a trend that we've noticed and she's acknowledging it here.
They cloned Tyrone.
Okay, so this is a Netflix show that just came out recently called They Cloned Tyrone. And it talks about them in the movie cloning people. But before this came out, this is what happened to Jamie Foxx. He like went away to some mental institute. And when he came back out, he didn't have a tattoo on the back of his head that he had. And it was all talked about in the media. Jamie Foxx wasn't denying it. And Jamie Foxx is in this movie.
Isn't Jamie Foxx a part of that?
Researchers have identified 34,000 unique human feelings. But which feeling feels best?
All right, so here's a video that somebody took of Jamie Foxx right when he came out of the mental facility. And he's at some fast food restaurant. Speaking of like respawning clones, zoom in on the back of his head and his tattoo is not there. And so everybody's confused. He's not denying it. All he's saying in interviews, he'll like joke about it. He'll be like, yeah, let me pull off my mask. Oh, just kidding. He'll joke about it and then be like, no, I'm here on this earth because of some really great people. So that's what his head did look like before he went to the mental health facility. Okay. That was a tattoo on the back of his head. Go on. Is it possible that they brought in a tattoo artist into the mental health facility? I guess it's possible.
He came out looking, they were like, where's the tattoo?
Where's his tattoo on the back of his head?
They showed a picture of him.
This was very recent.
Like McDonald's or Wendy's or some damn where. It looked like the clone was just testing itself out. Like, yeah, all right, I'm out. Let's see what's going on. I'm happy to be in the world. It seemed like the clone was literally testing himself out. But my thing is, where was the tattoo on the back of his head? And it just made...
So I'm going to show you a screenshot of the Pop Sugar article that I'll reference beneath this video on my Rumble. So he was hospitalized earlier this year following an undisclosed health complication in July. And then TMZ obtained that video that I showed you of him at the fast food restaurant. And then he was interviewed right after that. And he is not yet commenting, though, on the status of that tattoo on his head. Is he, for what? Is it all, did he literally get a tattoo removed to be an actor in this movie about being cloned and it's helping to sell the movie? That's another possibility.
Just makes you wonder, like, do they do this shit to like play with us, to like see if we know, to see if we still dumb, to see how many of us are dumb, to see how many of us are brainwashed so they can know how many more to continue to brainwash? It gets tricky, but clones do exist. The people who I think are clones are Gucci Mane, Kodak Black.
I have to double check with Forgiato Blow. You guys know him. He's friends with Kodak, so I'm gonna have to check that one because he's really a big Trump supporter, Kodak. And Trump like brought Kodak Black out at some of his rallies.
My boy NBA, because I love NBA Youngboy, and he was a certain type of way before he went to jail. And then when he got out of jail, he started painting his nails black and wearing his gothic makeup and standing all gay and shit. And it's like, Nick, he was not doing none of that. Like, he was so hood and real, and I still love his music. I just don't know who these artists is when they get out of jail and they change like that. Like, who are they?
So it's possible that they are doing something to them, cloning them when they're going away, or they are literally just changed people, right? Like the interviewer in this says, like, what, you don't believe in somebody just having a change in their life? You know, it's very possible that that's there too. But we can't deny, though, that the clone thing does exist. Did you guys know that when Princess Diana passed away, she was pregnant? And apparently she was like pronounced dead on the scene. But they took her to the hospital and they were like operating on her for hours. According to our dude Ike, what they are doing from multiple sources that he has talked with is they take cells from fetuses to clone babies into like this specific genetic line, right? The royal family line. So it's weird that she died and she was pregnant and they were taking so long in the operating room. Maybe they were trying to save the baby, I don't know. But they also suspect that maybe they were cloning her. We know that we've cloned sheep at the Rosslyn Institute near Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland. It's definitely something that is done, but it's not humane, and that's why they do this stuff in like underground military labs, and they can't really talk about it because it's basically illegal. But we're not going to allow another country to get more advanced with this stuff and just sit back and be behind in it all. No, we still have to do it for like safety and national security and to be like educated, but we're just not going to come public with it. So, but like it seems like now they're trying to almost normalize it on a global scale because they have things like this happen where they already have one celebrity in the public eye in the center of theory circles, like what's going on. You just went away to a facility, you came back and your tattoo is gone, you're not acknowledging it, and then they're gonna put you in a movie about clones. Like, can you address that? And no, they're just gonna keep letting it run, and that's how it's gaining more traction, and more people want to know about it. And it's like they're normalizing it in this way.
Man, you don't believe in like just self-transformation? Like, let me work on myself to maybe I want to start painting my nails.
Kodak Black, he acts different. When he first got out of jail, he was grabbing his mama booty and he was dancing with his mama and gripping her, his own mom. Like, and I pray that it's not as weird as I think.
If they, no, because it's still like a genetic similarity. Like, I hope the mom wouldn't want to do it with a clone of the child. Anyway, get that image out of my freaking head. What do you think of all of this? Post your thoughts in the comment section below. We are seeing potentially the fast food industries utilizing the bodies that we already have as the source of the food, and